Hey everybody, this is Troy, eBuzz Central. Today we're taking a look at Linux Mint 20.2. This is the Cinnamon edition. It's what I like to call old reliable. But before we get started, please like and subscribe. That way you can be entered to win the Asus ZenBook 14 giveaway that we're doing August 31st, 2021. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like me. We're looking at Linux Mint today. I call it old reliable because this was the first soiree I had into Linux. I downloaded Linux Mint 9 back in 2009, and I have not been on a Windows machine other than work requirements since then. You're met with a welcome screen when you first log on, and it goes, "Welcome to Linux Mint," kind of tells you about the operating system, gives you first steps. First steps, you can pick your desktop colors out. So if you want to go green or turquoise, you can switch it to turquoise or blue or red. It's got some nice choices up here. I'm going to go with blue. There we go. You can pick light or dark mode. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to dark mode. And you can go with traditional or modern. Right now it comes out of the box in modern. You can go traditional and it'll change it over to this. Makes your panel a little smaller. Makes your icons a little smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to modern. And you can also do system time snapshots with Timeshift. You've got a driver manager here. If you want to have like an NVIDIA card, you can go in there and get the proprietary drivers if you want to. You can download multimedia codecs. You've got your update manager. You got your system settings, software manager, firewall, all right here. You got documentation you can go read through. You got help. You can go to web forums or the IRC chat room that they have for problems, and contribute. If you like the system and you like Linux Mint, you can go and donate to help pay the developers to keep the distribution alive. So let's close out of that. You come with a nice basic wallpaper. Let's right click, change the desktop background, see what kind of choices we have, and we've got quite a few. I'm going to go ahead and go with the old school bright mint green Linux Mint logo. And we'll go down here and we've got on the taskbar, we've got show desklets, Firefox, terminal, and your files. Let's go ahead and run terminal. Let's see if it's got HTOP installed, and it doesn't. Let's see if it has top installed, and it does. Right now it says I am using 584 megabytes of the 2 gigabytes of RAM I have issued to this virtual machine. 1180s in the buff cache, and 317 is free. So let's close out of that. Now when you do this on a USB drive or you do it in a virtual machine on your desktop, you will have computer, home, and install Linux Mint. So let's go down here, out of the box. Accessories that you have with Linux Mint are archive tool, calculator, character map, disks, document viewer, file renamer, files, fonts, image viewer, notes, passwords and keys, redshift, screenshot, text editor, a USB image writer. If you're running Linux Mint and you want to try a different distribution of Linux, you can download the ISO file, get you a USB, go to image writer, and it'll take care of it for you. USB stick formatter, virtual keyboard, and Warpinator. Send and receive files across your network. For graphics, out of the box, you've got a document scanner, drawing, and pics. Internet, you've got Firefox web browser, HexChat, Thunderbird mail, transmission, web apps. Office, you have LibreOffice out of the box. Sound and video, you have Celluloid, Hypnotics, install multimedia codecs, and Rhythmbox. Administration, you have a backup tool, a boot repair, disk usage analyzer, driver manager, Gparted, login window, logs, power statistics, printers, software managers, software sources, Synaptic package manager. If you're one of the old school people like me, sometimes you just want to zip on over to Synaptic and see what they got that we can get downloaded and installed on your system. System monitor, let's go ahead and open that up. Let's see what kind of resources System Monitor says we're using. Like I said, I've only got 2 CPUs assigned to this machine. I've got about 14% of it being used at the moment. I've got 818 megabytes of the 2 gigs I have assigned to it. And then my network history. So let's close out of that. Back over to administration. And you've got terminal, Timeshift. If you're not familiar with Timeshift, Timeshift will take a snapshot of your system. Right now it's on the file rsync, which means it will snapshots are created by creating copies of the system files using rsync and hard linking unchained files from previous snapshots. Basically what it does is the first time you run it is it takes a full snapshot of your system. Every time after that it just basically takes snapshots of what's changed. So if you should have a problem, it will be able to reinstall your system the way it was at the last time you ran Timeshift. So let's close out of that. Let's go back to administration, and you have update manager, users and groups. You got preferences, places, and recent files. So first thing, let's go check out the system settings. Right off the bat, we've already changed the background. You can change system effects, font selection, themes. You can go open themes, and you can change these. Window borders, right now they're set up for mint dark. You can go in and click on it and you can change it to mint X, minty Y, or minty Y dark. I'm going to leave it on dark. And then you can go through, you can also change your icons as well. If you want to change the way your folders look, if you want to use a high contrast or a high color theme, you can. You can change the buttons on your control, mouse pointers, desktop. You can add and remove different icons and cursors. This right here will populate, and you can go through here and you can find something. If you like it, you can go in and just click download. It'll download and you can use it. And then settings. You can show icons in the menu. You can show icon buttons. Scroll bar behavior. Jump to a position when clicking it through. Use overlay scroll bars. Override the current theme scroll bar width. You can go and click on that and it'll make the scroll bar wider. And you can adjust how wide the scroll bar is. Then you come down to preferences. You've got accessibility, account details, and applets. Applets are what you're running down here. Okay, you can go up into your applets and you can download any applet you want and you can install it right here on the bar. You can do a search. So pretty much any kind of applet you want to get, you can find it and install it down here. Download, it'll populate this right here. And once that's populated, you'll see all these different applets that you can download. CPU temperature indicator, weather. There are just so many different things you can do to be able to customize it to the way you want. Date and time, desklets or like notes. Desktop, you can click on desktop. If you don't want the computer and home folders showing, you can just click them off. Mounted drives you can unclick as well. Show icons for missing monitors, so you can go in here and you can pretty much set it up. If you want a trash bin on the desktop, just click on it and it'll put a trash bin up there for you, but I'm going to leave that off, so I'm going to back out. And then you have your other basic Linux settings, so let's close out of that. Now in the software manager, it's one of the best looking ones on the market, I believe, or in Linux. You can pick by what the popular ones are. You can go down and pick a certain category and download from there. Or you can just go up here and type it in and have it go look for it. And there's OBS right there. Or Kdenlive. It populates rather quickly. You got Kdenlive, your non-linear video editor. And as you can see, there are two here. If you click on the first one, you can install. And then if you click on the second one, that comes from FlatHub, which is Flatpak. I recommend taking it from the official repository, which would be the first one, because you get more updates more consistently and it's not as big of a download. So let's close out of that. One of the reasons I call Linux Mint reliable is because it's been around so long and it has been the stepping stone for a lot of people that have switched from Mac OS or from Windows and come to Linux. Now we're going to go and look at the Linux Mint website, which is your home on Linux Mint. Let's go ahead and maximize that a little bit. You get plenty of news with them. You get monthly news. You get release news. They keep you up to date on everything that's going on in the Linux community. It's a solid distribution. Like I said, it's been around a long time and you get a lot out of the box with it. And the beauty of it is when you download Linux Mint, you put it on a USB and you install it, you pretty much have everything you need to do what you need to do, whether you're using it for personal use or business use. But that was just a quick look at Old Reliable. Thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That way you can be entered into the Asus ZenBook 14 giveaway that we're doing on August 31st, 2021. I appreciate you watching my video, and I will see you in the next video.